So we're back looking at the release notes. As well as the iterator changes I've already spoken through, there were some changes to the slices package to support the fact that iterators are now supported. So if I jump down to iterators again, you'll see that the slice package adds several functions that work with iterators, and so does the maps package. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to jump over to Anton's blog post, which is an interactive release notes for Go 123. He did this for Go 122 as well, and I think for understanding specific functions like this, where you can just see them running and see their output, I think it's the best way to understand the changes that have been added here. So firstly, the slices package has had an all function added to it. So given a slice, we can range over it and we can get back the key and the value, where the key is the index. So if we run this, you can see we get 0A, 1B, and 2C. Very helpful. We can do the same thing, but just get the values by doing slices.values, and it just gives us ABC. The function that I used in the iterator example where we go backwards over a slice, that's also been added to the slice package. So you can just do slices.backwards instead to get it in reverse. You can use the collect function, which collects values from an iterator into a new slice. So as you can see, given a slice of 11, 12, 13, and we want to collect all of the values from this slice into a new slice, and then print that, we can run it and we can see we get the same result, 11, 12, and 13. Append sequence appends values from an iterator to an existing slice. So let's run this one. So given a slice of 11, 12, and a slice of 13, 14, we can append the values of slice 2 to slice 1, and we get 11, 12, 13, 14. This is quite a nice change compared to how we used to have to append slices. Sorted collects values from iterator to a new slice and then sorts the slice. It's actually really helpful. Nice and simple, really easy way to sort now. Sorted func is like sorted but with a comparison function. So as you can see, this enables you to do more powerful things where you can compare structs, give some information about what it means for them to be sorted. So in this instance, for example, we're going to sort by alphabetical order of name, and we can do that very, very easily. So again, this makes Go look a little more functional. And if you're coming from a JavaScript world, this probably looks kind of neater compared to some of the way you've had to do some of these things in Go in the past. And then chunk returns an iterator over consecutive subslices of up to n elements of a slice. So what we've done here is we've taken a slice of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to chunk it by 2. And as you can see, it gives this output here. So that's all the slice changes. All really useful. I imagine some of them will be used more than others. I personally will use the sorted func and the sorted and collect fairly regularly, I imagine. They're nice syntactic sugar for things I've been doing other ways in the past. So the final thing we'll cover is map iterators as well. Very similar to the ones that have been added to the slice package. So if you run this one, you get an iterator which represents the key and values of a map pair. The same for the keys. The same for the values. Inserting, so you can insert something into a map. And collect, the same as for slices. So as you can see, some nice changes here, pretty useful, and will make some of your Go a little bit cleaner. So in the iterator video, I talked about iterators being a little bit complicated, but by adding them, we've enabled these new functions to be added. So as I mentioned in that video, there'll be some behind the scene code that might be a little bit complicated, but it enables some really neat code to exist as user-facing APIs like this. So even if you're not a fan of iterators and how they've been implemented, these functions are very, very helpful. So I hope you found them useful. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one.